Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to hop on here. It's like 7 in the morning. I'm sleepy. I've been up. My body has been naturally waking up at like 1:45 every morning. I tried to go back to sleep. Went back to sleep for a little bit. And then I woke up, got dressed. I went to go pick up my son, and I'm out here walking, but just wanted to hop on here to encourage somebody that you have to keep going in life. I think that things and people come into your path to distract you from what God or the universe or the ancestors or Buddha or whoever you believe in. I'm never going to make this a religious channel, but I am spiritual. And whatever you believe in. But I do believe that when you have a divine purpose in life, sometimes people will come into your life to deter you. And I think in those moments it's important to stay true to who you are. And that's one thing I've learned in life, that people have really truly, I haven't really told my story, but people have come into my life, have been in my life pretty much most of my life to deter me from God's purpose and my destiny in this world. And at my tender age of old ladiness, I have finally figured out that, you know what, the whole time you were in my way. And I've learned to move people out of my way so that I can continue on this journey that God has for me. And the one thing that I know about myself is that I've always had the gift of bringing out the best in people, that when people are around me, and this is not to brag or anything like that, but if you spend time around me and you're in my space and we get to talking, you're going to walk away feeling better. I've always been the type of person to want to pour into people, no matter who it is, strangers, whoever. That's just me. Now, that has hurt me a little bit because I've allowed people into my space that didn't deserve to be in my space, and I've poured into them only to be abused or hurt or whatever the case may be. And I had to learn lessons from those situations, like, oh, okay, Michelle, you can't do that for everybody. And I just had to learn that. And I had to learn it the hard way. I wish I wouldn't have had to learn some things the hard way, but I did. And now here I am, though, learning those hard lessons in life to teach you guys. So maybe I can help one person, to not have to learn those hard lessons. But just remember that people will sometimes get in your way to deter you from your purpose in life. And you have to make sure that you use discernment, you're aware, you understand the signs and symbols of someone that has wrong intentions. And when you see those signs and symbols and what we call red flags, you move accordingly immediately. Don't wait. Don't wait for them to change. Don't think that you're overthinking. Don't let anyone talk you out of how you feel, because how you feel, your first reaction is the real reaction. And I'm a strong believer in that. So if that's exactly how you feel, then that's exactly how you feel. And you go off of that. It's like, don't deny how you feel at all. So that's what I'm here to talk about this morning. And I wanted to hop on here and say, that's right, guys, I got a little distracted. It's like literally me and one other person in this park. Had to be a little aware. But yes, God has a purpose. Spirit has a purpose. The universe, whoever, whatever you call it, that energy is the same energy, has a purpose for you. You were put on this earth for a reason, and you have to understand and know your reason. Some of you are very powerful people, and you're surrounded by weak people that want to tear you down or want to stop you from your destiny. I know in the internet I've been hearing a lot about like destiny swappers. That term is very new to me, but I understand it all too well because it's a real thing. And people do maybe want to swap your destiny or stop your destiny. And you have to be aware of what's going on so that you can move accordingly. I was not for a very long time. And again, I'm repeating myself. I had to learn some very hard lessons. But one thing I did do and will always do is remain true to who I am. Nobody can never change me. They could not. I've grown and matured, but nobody can make me be what they wanted me to be. And that has always been the issue wherever I go in life. When people try to get you to conform to be what they want you to be, no, I've always been dope in real life. No matter what I've gone through, I am truly, genuinely who I am. Who you see is who I am. Now I've grown. Now the person you knew 5 years ago may not be the person I am today, but whoever I am in that moment, that's who I truly am. And I've always been true to that. And that's truly what I want to do with my channel, is help people to understand who they are, to develop your true self so that you can go and be great and dope in life. We need some great and dope people. There's a lot of imposters out here. There's a lot of people that are hurting and broken and bitter and evil in our space in this world. And we need some goodness. We need some trueness. We need some healing to balance that out, or it's going to get real ugly. We need some trueness and some realness to balance that out. It's getting kind of bad. And I think the people are scared. People are bullied into being their less of who they were designed to be. Got to find a word for that. I can't calculate it in my mind at this moment. But I think people are bullied into being a lesser version of themselves, because there are some low entity beings on this earth that want you to be down there with them. We ain't rocking like that. We elevated. We operating on a high level, and we want to stay on that high level. And in order to do that, you have to have the tools and the knowledge to move accordingly when you spot someone or something. Because I don't think some of these people are someones. I think there's some things that are trying to bring you down. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm going to continue to walk. I usually wouldn't even want to get on here looking like, I don't know, I'm real vain. I'm real vain, and I feel like, oh, look, my face is puffy and tired. You know when you have that puffy, tired look. But it's okay. I'm on here. We ain't worried about that, because that can always be fixed. That can always change. One thing you can always do is fix how you look. And that's always been my look on looks and things like that. But I just felt moved to get on here to inspire you. One takeaway I want to say for you guys is to be aware. Don't let anybody tell you you're less than. If people try to pull you down, get away. Get away. If people try to keep you down low on a low level, get out of that environment if you can. If you cannot get out of that environment, at least be aware and don't let it infiltrate into your mind, into your psyche. Because there's ways that you could do that. Now, I'm the queen of goodbye, and I'll stand on that. And we'll talk about that and get into that a little more. But I do also understand sometimes you can't get away. Sometimes you can't quit your job. Sometimes you can't get away from that negative family. And there are things you can do in those instances. And were times when I couldn't. And there are things that I've learned. Again, I had to learn everything the hard way. So I know it real good. I love you guys. You enjoy your day. Have an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Keep your head up and know that you are wonderful. You are great. Bye.